Only one Ashok. I net decked and I know, but I didn't want to be bothered changing it, so I'm just gonna hide it very far away so that it's not imminently obvious that I'm playing Ashok. Well, stream 2 red and 6 against Lurus of the Dream Den, and like I already have a lot of lands, so it's not that great of a hand, but I think good enough to keep. That's what the prediction should be. Will red and 6 distract my opponent? No, it's like anything else. I this turn 1 because I want to fetch forest. Did I want to appear again? Liger 009. You could just not mute the stream. Do you have a zero cost spell of some sorts? I do. That's a little bit rough because that means that red and 6 dies. Combat Courier somehow has stack and people are playing it. It's actually insanely good and I'm misjudging the card. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did Ren effectively distract any of the points? I would say that it did distract my opponent. I drew spells only, so Ren was good. Like if you draw only spells in your draw steps, then Ren is really good. If you draw lands in your draw steps occasionally, then it's much worse. I hope they cast something forcible, then I will pitch a force to a force to have enough cards in my graveyard to summon Uro. Are people playing Crocs and Modern as well, or just Uro? My round 1 opponent was playing Croxa main deck in the red black deck. They play Croxa, but much less of it, and like appropriately it's a much weaker card. Or rather you should say that Croxa is like a interesting, appropriately costed, appropriately strong card, while Uro is Uro. Skip path for a relevant threat. It's like 3 damage only, so no, like I'm gonna path the shadow probably. Does it seem like they present a... Okay, I guess we're gonna path the Scorched Skycliffs. We can maybe path the Bomat Courier, and then we can Cryptic tap, rebuy the Cryptic. Maybe that's better. No, we don't have enough mana to rebuy the Cryptic, so we have 2 non-blue, so you need to fetch then cast Cryptic. So I think it's better. Well, I can't, yeah. Alright, let's path the Scorched then. Go for more tempo-oriented play rather than a value play, and try to win the value game with Uro. What if it's tap draw situation? What are you drinking? It's a tea. Describe taste. It's cactus flavored. It's kinda weird, but tastes good. Kielbasa tea. It's not kielbasa, no. Cactus flavor. I wish. It's not. Now they summoned Lurus, we can actually hit the Bomat Courier with the path, maybe. They can't use it. Then they have a Lurus in hand with many lands, so that's a little bit bad. But also I can't cast the path if I play the Lurus, so that's got a little bit worse. If I play the Urus. I guess I'll just force the Bobble from the graveyard. As powerful as it is. Love drinking something prickly. The prickles are not in the drink. I assume they get removed somehow before they... Richard, are you familiar with Timber Cactus Owoce Świata? You might not be. But like that's similar, it tastes the same like aroma. Is it like apple juice? Well, it's like a juice, but it's cactus taste, which is distinct from an apple juice, which has an apple taste. Curious? I never tasted cactus, but people on the e-liquid forum say it makes stuff taste more wet. I don't know if wet is a taste, but it does taste. Maybe I could have pitched a Growth Spiral to the force. I was thinking about it briefly. In case they have a bolt or push here. Do they still make Prince Apollo? Yeah, you can buy it in any store. Mutagenic growth. They really had to think about that? I'm fucked. Definitely would have benefited from a second force. Thanks for the raid, Jendrek. So you're dead to bolt. They have Apostle's Blessing in their deck. So yeah, if I hadn't pitched a second force, I think we win here easily. Finally, pretty interesting hand. You can still win, but you can also get voted and die. Alright, we died. Reap. Imagine playing more than one color in your blue deck. Weird champ. What's so weird about playing more than one color? This cast is not particularly good. Like they wouldn't see Croxa. They might not go for the Blood Moons. I don't know, let's get, I feel like we don't expect Blood Moon, let's not get it a fairy, no, let's get that in. Let's keep one Gust for reasons. Nasif used to play mono blue in the past. The mono blue deck had, I think, Thing in the Eyes, Dark Mage's Charms, Forces, Dismembers, Cryptics, Jays, I assume. I'll probably get to play 4 Sanctuaries in mono blue, maybe not. Just Shackles and Academy Ruins, come on. Shackles. Shackles is so bad. Especially like that. The vanilla creatures that are being played now have high power. What's the reason to play Shackles? Oh, I can steal Monastery Swift Spear. Poke jump. Well, what about stealing this Scorch of the Skyclaves? Keck, wait. I was thinking about Simic with Coatl. Yeah, Lava Dart is less popular now, so Coatl is actually quite good against the red-black deck. Right? I've stolen multiple Uros today. Yeah, like when you say multiple, that assuredly means that you have stolen 2. Which is fine. Spike was playing Coatl in the challenge Saturday, I think. Yeah, but Spike is kind of like, he plays anything that he wants and he doesn't care. Like, I have no idea if his deck had like enough basics for the Coatl, but like I think it's very likely that it just didn't and like didn't really matter to him, etc. He didn't care. Card is super hard to beat somehow. I thought it's actually pretty bad because Oren kills it, but somehow I just died to it, so maybe it's actually very good. He has 2 back-to-back finals in the challenge. Yeah, that's actually legit. And pathing this is feels bad, man. Ephemerate being a 1-mana card is pretty Gucci, although it's not really a 1-mana card. As in, it's not active on turns, early turns. Being a leak, pretty hard to play the leak afterwards sometimes. When still has Lurus and no Blood Moon. I'd like to play a Teferi and Bouncy thing on the next turn. Babiolas, okay. That thing, the bounced thing, would probably be Pomad Courier. There's an actual benefit from bouncing it. Kanister understands opportunity cost too well to include bad cards in a whim, which is sad. Yeah. In a way, I actually over-understand the opportunity cost. Which makes me incredibly reluctant to play bad cards. I think getting a land is better here. I just say 1 mana spell that in that it lets you double spell early. On 3 mana, you can draw cards with it. On 4, you can double spell with it, as in make an actual impact on the battlefield. Why people call for Uro ban? Because Uro's strong. There is an opportunity cost to not understanding, to not calling for an Uro ban. I pay many lives to put in a Hallowed Fountain into play, which then I spend on transferring your Monastery Swiftspear into a... not transferring, transitioning your Monastery Swiftspear into a basic swamp. Or mountain for that matter. I cast Protection spell! Fuck. Why is Protection strong to that good with it? The answer is simple. It's because it lets you double spell early. Or late. I understand everything so much that it's called overstand. That's legit funny. Ren and 6 successfully tricked my opponent into wasting their time on it. Actually not in a that bad of a spot, so is it better to hold up the Cryptic or play the Uro here? Feels Uro, man. You don't have enough of a presence in the battlefield to... I don't have like a good thing to do with the Cryptic. And I would like to get to the Hour of Promise, because the zombies are good at blocking creatures. And they have 3 cards in hand right now, like if they don't play lands, then it might be hard to crack Pomad. Born a goblin, but then a goblin sold me to a human. It's so true. What would Feels Uroman look like? Well, how does it feel when you escape Uro from your graveyard? It feels nice. Why they discard? They discard a Dismember and Inquisition. Okay. They exchange 3 cards for 4 cards, so they basically spend a mana to draw a card. So that's fine. Haha, post-combat prowess activating. Haha, XD, lol. Wait. It's a 2 mana Tenten. XD, miss lethal. XD. Alright, it's gonna be Cryptic Tapata. Can draw his Verdict of the Supreme variety. Can draw a fetch so that we can get back a path, escape Uro path this. Don't even need to do it. To play Crumbling Vestige for Hour. I wonder if it's better to path the Scorch, hold up Cryptic, than it is to escape an Uro here. The decision is this close, the answer is probably Uro. I think it's actually isn't. I have 3 life now, so I could, for example, die to a Lightning Bolt now, which I do have in my deck. Can play a land path now, then they don't have a Blessing Away Cape. Yeah, but I think Cryptic for the creature is stronger than... Cryptic for the Lurus is stronger, because I think Uro can be defeated by Lurus here. It might be that I'm about to die to 2 balls. Like, because you can just not play the Lurus, of course. Setting up Hours seems important to you. They aren't beating field. Well, they might with Burn, with Lurus, Blessings. I think they actually can. Well, but I let them Lurus do their thing. I don't want that. I'm not sure if it matters. I probably will end up discarding both to Croxa. And I can buy back the Hour anyways with the Sanctuary, which I'm not gonna crack now. Mystic Sanctuary is an okay magic card. Yeah. Hope they escape Croxa. Discard Spiral. Verdict. What? What do we grab? Link has to be Forest. I just denied myself the opportunity to Sanctuary again, I guess. So, yeah, kinda weird. But they didn't escape Croc, so they played a 2-mana cantrip instead, which is a little bit surprising. Are we down a game in this match? Timur Battle Rage. Fuck. Weapon has all the like shitty cards ready. Interesting. Don't fetch. Thanks. I can Verdict, but then what do I do against the Croxa? Feels like I should Uro. Can you Verdict? Well, I can't. So I guess play Uro. Always Uro. I can't play Ren afterwards. Uro is dead to Croxa, no? No. I'm going to discard a spell to Croxa, so I'm not gonna take damage from Croxa's trigger. Once Lines and Cyboring have been a bit odd, yeah, they kinda have everything possible. They have Dismember, Cleansing Wildfire, TBR, Angra's Rampage. Like every single Apostle's Blessing, every single possible card is there. It's like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate of Red-Black. Assume they cut them +2/+2. Well, but maybe not even. Mine just went to 1 life. And I have Red and 6 in hand. It's easy to forget, I also like almost did. Like not taking Ren is weird, but it's just like a mistake that's easy to make. Right, I do get Cleansing Wildfire, so... Yeah. Guess they were dead anyway, so... I mean, they were dead to Cryptic too, like that's a good note. Although they were about to draw new cards with Bomat Courier, right? So... I wonder if I want a Lantern against them. It's kinda bad. Gas seems pretty bad too. Have no Moon. I think the Cryptics are better at surviving than Teferi is. Lantern is so bad. Unless it's good sometimes. I don't know, maybe I just want to keep 3 Rens to be able to answer couriers. Ashok, what do you mean? What Ashok? Cześć kanister. Nohejka Benjamin Eli. I keep my marvelous hand. Dismember? Ashok Mills magic card says always good, yeah. And good suddenly. I wish I draw a Ren at 6 to kill this Bomat Courier right now. I think it's fail. I wonder if I path the Bomat Courier even, because I think I do. So I think it is overall more threatening out of those two. Worst case, they have Skycliffs, Scorch, which is a 12-12, goes to a 9-9. Guess if I failed, well, if I failed, I don't have white, but because of the way like I played into losing the least amount of life possible. This matchup feels really rough to me. Maybe not really rough. Also, like Omnath hasn't been showing up too often, but feels pretty rough. 9-10, I guess not dead to land. Buff on top, only out. Yeah, maybe should have played it. I mean, they can have land. Or Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize does help because it's a prowess trigger. But it's, again, I'm gonna repeat myself, but it feels like I've been struggling against Pomade Courier more than I should have, being that I'm playing a Ren 6 times 3 deck. But obviously, like, Ren is not great against the rest of their deck, and it's pretty bad against. You prefer Kanister over Sinister? Makes sense. How they came up with this season? I can't even imagine the meetings. I don't know, they just like said things like, okay, well, let's put them through 5 trials. And then somebody else would say to the Sam guy, what do you mean 5 trials? He said, I don't know, they get wings, and then they also like, Yuki gets a Gachi Dark Magician armor and he fuses with that creature. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? And they're like, yeah, I guess it does. Why not stun another Triumph if possible? I kept saved the fetch for Omnath. Since my next turn is Uru anyways, like I can, you know, fetch a Triumph now if I fail to draw another land, if I want to have the perfect mana. I can draw a regular land, right? And it's better to not fetch. No, I guess it's not better because I still don't get the fetch value anyways. It's fine to play the Omnath because it can be forced. I can't play for hour this turn. I mean, I could like go for the hour, but they just don't counter that. I guess could have maybe done that. Kinda got blinded by the light, so I was planning to play the Omnath. But it's a pretty big punish, right? If they force. And Omnath is real strong. Play their own. Can draw a fetch now. Or this. This is tapped. Would I rather go path this, rather gas this? Or like, do I want to play the hour? They have 7 cards, so like the force is actually pretty big problem. They can force a gas too, but that's... Well, if I play the hour, I also see that the fairy. Hour 1000%, I guess it doesn't get better. I mean, it was better last time, maybe. So. Better play Spiral and Path. Oh yeah, Ren, Spiral, back, but can't anymore with this fetch. Because I didn't fetch a green. But it was actually a better one. Also a better move with Ren. No, I can't do this, so I guess I won't. Yeah, this. If we fetch a Breeding Pool here and we go for Ren, Spiral, Path, Sweep the Fairy. Then we have a force of our own too. That's pretty great. Can still try to Spiral over Owering. Winged Force is telegraphed. In what way? Might have it, but like, you know, they don't... You know, they can't have Cryptic Mana, like it's pretty likely they tap out for this anyways. But I think this has, like, too bad I screwed up this fetch, but this has is higher potential. Tapped up too fast? Well, it might be that they just... You now. I don't think it's clear that they have that. I don't think Hour was better here. Do you mean after fetching Fallout Fountain or before fetching Fallout Fountain? Because before fetching Fallout Fountain, I don't think it was. I think it was way worse than playing Grand Spiral. Now it's just like so much time lost. They played a fetch. Now they play an Omnath after playing a fetch. I think that's worse than doing it the other way around, but I understand if my opponent disagrees. Right, if I play the Fairy, what's gonna happen? If they force, it's fine. They force plus path, it's fine still. Lol. Alright, now I can do anything. Wonder if I would rather path this than pass the Fairy on this? Probably. Although we need to remove the blocker and so they get an extra land. Nice telegraphed force. Yeah, I mean, you know, but we still win here, right? Like, I think it was, like, it's actually... I don't think it would telegraphed force at all. No, we don't need to clear the Omnath. The trigger from Omnath is gonna kill that, and it's better to have a Teferi on 5 counters. John started full-on backseat gamer mode. As if I was not capable of winning a game of Magic the Gathering where I already have won many turns ago. By many turns ago I mean like right now. I guess we're gonna attack. Yes, if they go another Omnath fetch, they can clear it, but not the Fairy because I plus. Alright, you won. Are they dead? Block, block. If you had the choice, would you go back to pre-ban Hogak? Well, does that mean that I would also have to like relive the same events with the same knowledge that I had back at the time? Deterministic lethal here. Let me count. Pick 2 from the zombies, and I'm not attacking. Now they block 5, so they take 4. Bounce Omnath. Then I don't draw the Hour if I want to deal 4. I guess I can play that. If I attack with everybody, well, are they gonna block the Omnath? They might, and then block, block, block 4, take this, then I just don't die. I think there might not be lethal here, but what if I play Uro now? Draw the Hour, but like this, enough blockers to block for them, so seems like this is not lethal. They have a main board web. Unlikely. Like if not this turn, I'm gonna win anyways, right? And the next turn, but just trying to think if there is a way. That doesn't seem to me like there is. Isn't bounce zombie lethal? No, because they can double block Omnath. No, it's fine because they gonna double block Omnath and they only block 3 zombies, so then they take 6. Okay, so can bounce. Wait, but now I don't bounce the Omnath. Well, going to 1 is not dead, so actually path is super here. Guess they have 5 basics in place, so they probably don't have more. I mean, some people might play mountains, so before zombies, so that means that 3 come through. We can't do that anymore. I can, thanks to King Uro in my graveyard. less style than bounce enough. Since I don't care about style, but actually I do care about style. That's a lie. I think opponent f6, I think they are telegraphing path. Why are you playing this cringe deck, bro? Come on, you're better than that. I'm no better now. Cleansing Wildfire kinda sucks. Field of Ruin is gonna get brought in. Ethergast is like probably actually kinda fine if they play Hours too. If they play Hours, I can see playing Ashok too. But I'm gonna do that reluctantly. So I'm gonna like say, oh, Ashok, Ashok, Mashok, Flashok. Guess Gas deals with Omnath, I guess we can do without Path. Path is really bad. You'd even bring Celestial Purge for Ren, Omnath and Ashok. Yeah, Purge seems like a better card than those. Lightning Bolt can hit Planeswalkers, but it's only really good. It's not even good against this. Hellcat bot 2. Have the Purge. Purge is so, but I guess it is something. See, not much reason to have Path to excel my deck. Since like I already have many cards that interact with Omnath. But they also get to interact with Ren, and they also get to be 2 mana. Purge is mostly for Ren and Ashok. Yes, if I see an Omnath on the battlefield, I will look at my Purge and I will think, I could use this Celestial Purge in this scenario on this Omnath Locus of Creation. But the reason why I have brought Celestial Purge at all was to deal with Ashok. So I will save it and let this Omnath produce a total of 12 mana for my opponent over the course of 3 turns. My opponent will say, sure, that's a great thought process from you, kanister_MTG. I could play Sanctuary, Orchid Triumph, but I don't know which one. Don't care about Ashok for now, since I have 2 mana leaks. I might want to go Ashok into Teferi in some scenarios. Well, mana leak into Teferi, rather. If scientists want to send things to the sun, they could simply do that at night, when it's not shining as bright, right? The John Star, the premise behind John Star's question is kinda flawed. And play Field of Ruin to ruin my opponent's Field of the Dead, which is gonna mean that they won't have Field of the Dead for now. Which I'm gonna do that right now. Also gonna fetch a forest with that. Have I sideboarded in my Well of Summer? I did. Mr. Kanister, what do you think of third Omnath over Jace? Not sure. In many cases, many decks can struggle a bunch against 4-color when they are using diverse threats. When 4-color is using diverse threats to attack other players. Because then you're gonna end up in situations where you board an Ethergast against 4-color and they play Jace or Mind Sculptor. With no Jace, that can happen, although they can still think that might happen. I feel compelled to mana leak that since I have 2 mana leaks. Then you can play Ren and mana leak. Oh, they missed land drops. No, they didn't. I don't think I leak back if they force. Mr. Cancer, tomorrow will you prepare for the expensive and super important Pro Tour in which you will compete, defeat all the other MTG players and claim the trophy of best of the best? No. In fact, I will not stream tomorrow because I'll be busy doing stuff. Is there another PT coming up? Yeah, there is one for 5th December, I think. What matchup is Containment Priest in sideboard for? It works against Collected Company in similar, and also Upso spells and some other like range combo decks. Any idea when the highly anticipated Kaiba cosplay will manifest in reality? Mid-December, probably. Are you playing Ren 6 in attack or defense mode? I'm just playing it. No mode. Your opponent, Rodeo Jones, has disconnected. That is actually very sad. Very sad they got disconnected. Might actually happen that we're never gonna see the Ren. Goodbye kanister, I remove the follow. Magic is not my game, you are too good of a player, I feel humiliated. Thanks for unfollowing. You guys ever seen the clip where Rodrigo Togore's opponent tanking super hard? But they were streaming and you could see the opponent actually fall asleep. Pretty funny. Wait, end results. We continue playing the game. What could go wrong here? Worse against fail if I counter draw. If I counter bounce. Probably they have the mana leak, yeah. Opponent not on a bad shape. I'm in a kind of bad shape after drawing so many lands. I should have retained the field, that was bad. I don't need a 4 fetch in my hand. That was poor. I was like doing things too quickly, messed up. Opponent might not be able to make enough zombies in time to raise Ren ult. But they might also not make any zombies at all. I think Omnath should reset, giving you 4 life with the 4th trigger and then mana with the 5th one. I just thought that we're not gonna ever get there. What I do? They play the land again before playing Omnath. Maybe I can bounce the land instead. No, I'll draw. Play around Cryptic. Yeah, I guess that would be a thing. Yeah, that's probably better, I guess, since I can bounce the Uro, no problem. Now the flat looks good. Yes. I mean, I drew 5 extra lands with Ren, so it's not really an insane flat, it's just that I draw +5 lands, so this is why I have 5 lands in hand, right? But since those 5 extra lands are 5 extra cryptic commands, it's fine. What is the song about? It's similar to Ram Ranch. Why does opponent insist on playing lands before Omnath? I don't know. It seems like they truly like to do that. I'm gonna mill my opponent for deck damage value. Even though I have the Ren emblem, I don't care.